right, hey y'all. Welcome to another episode of Good Times, Great Movies. Here we are getting together as we do on a bi-weekly
Yep.
basis. I am one of your hosts, Jamie Lorello. On the other end of things, in the dark
Wait, what?
is no,
Wait.
you're not in the
Oh,
dark. I
okay.
could see you. I could see you clearly. It's a DP McCambridge. Hey,
It
happy
is these
spring.
darn lights in my hotel room constantly. So, do you think, not to jump immediately into this movie,
Jump into it. I love it. I love when,
do
yeah.
you think she turned the lights off? Do you think this is a game she plays with guys that she's dating? Like she goes, because she knew what she was doing. Like
Oh,
with the way that she was like, now we're gonna light this match, and you're gonna see, am I attractive or not? Is this a
I
bad blind
mean,
date? And
I
like
mean,
it seemed like she had done this before this felt rehearsed. Or
she's
do
a.
you think the lights are just that bad at this hotel?
I would hope that the lights weren't just that bad at the hotel, and I want to know why she was spending time at the hotel when, um, her Phil Hartman had a wonderful guest room waiting for her at his house.
Maybe it's because he knew the bed was broken. He
Yeah,
just apparently put it up on blocks. You just touch it
silk
and it falls
silk
apart.
sheets for the guests. That's fancy. That's what
That's
I'm
what I don't.
saying.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why is he bringing her up at a hotel?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and also, why was she in town? Does that
Uh,
matter?
I think that they say, I think they mentioned that she's due a breakup maybe, or she's in town visiting. There's a lot of questions I have about different situations that come up
Oh,
in
you
this movie.
do? You do? This
Hmm,
movie didn't answer
hmm,
all your
hmm,
questions and
mm-mm,
tie everything up in a nice,
mm-mm,
neat bow?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
This movie only caused me to have questions.
Just
I had
lots
a
of
I
them.
had a real hard time reacting to anything that was happening on screen with any sort of interest. It was all just
I
questions.
know. I know.
Oh, I'm going to make a correction, and I actually wrote it in my notes because this is a correction a long time coming.
Oh,
Multiple listeners reached out when I messed this up, and I
oh
was
boy.
like, I need to correct this, and
Let's
it's
do it.
been so many episodes and I haven't done it.
Well, let's course
When
correct now.
when we were talking about An Officer and a Gentleman,
Mm,
and we were going through the cast, I said, and Louis Gossett Jr., we haven't seen him in anything.
what we have.
How could we forget the alien that gave birth to a baby
Ah!
that was then raised by another man?
How could
His
we forget?
greatest performance. Like,
Yeah.
he won an Academy Award for one of those performances, and it wasn't the alien. He should
Shame
have.
on you for that
I know. I
mistake.
I did. When people pointed that out, I felt so bad. I was like, that movie was so crazy. I can't believe I forgot that he was that amazing alien.
Yeah, he was. He really did a fantastic job. But
Yeah.
from alien to officer or sergeant or lieutenant sergeant. I still don't
I
know.
think he was the
We can
sergeant.
watch all the army movies, and I still won't understand the names and the different positions.
I think it's fine. I mean, it would be
Okay,
something if you were in the army, you'd be like, I don't remember any
true.
of that. Then I'd be like, Jamie,
Can't retain
are
it.
you
Can't
okay?
retain it.
Right.
Mm-mm. But there's no.
I
Listen,
still do
listen.
want to make. I still do want. I want a. And I've looked around online. I can't find it. But remember in that movie, the different groups, the
Oh
different
yeah, yeah,
units
yeah.
had
Their
their like
T-shirts.
things. I wish I could see one in detail because I so want to make one that says Jamie's Jabronis. Like I really do. But I want it to look like those.
We'll
I want
have
it
a
to be modeled
similar.
off
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that. So
I dig it.
if anybody
I
out there knows how to use Google, because I don't, you could send me that image. That would be great.
awesome.
Yeah, so we're here talking
Mm.
today, though, about
Yep.
Blind Date from 1987 because this movie was released on this date in
Wow. Look at
1987.
that. Look at that. Wow.
Let's go through our cast.
It's a
So
heavy it's a heavy comedic cast. Lots of comedians in this cast. Right? A few. Phil Hartman,
okay.
the gas station guy, John Larroquette. Does he count as a comedian?
He's a comic actor.
There you go. Hmm. I'll tell you who's not a comic actor. Kim
Please go
Basinger
ahead. Okay.
is not a comic actor.
I would say double for Bruce Willis.
Wow.
The two. Okay, so wait a second. Let me go through the cast because yes,
Okay.
Kim Basinger. We only saw her in My Stepmother's in Alien, another comedy film. So I don't know what was
They
happening
tried with her. They
really
tried.
did try.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, we have not seen him in anything, which is
No.
kind of
And
shocking.
this is his first film debut, right? Did I read that
I,
correctly? Like he had done
yeah,
TV, but
I
this was
didn't.
the first.
I didn't check, or I probably did check, but I didn't write it down. I also saw that, and I mean, 87, honestly, to me, it does seem late for him to not have been in films, but he was in Moonlighting for I don't know how long, and this is right around the corner from
Hmm.
Die Hard. So, he went from this to Die Hard. I'd say it's a massive step up.
Yeah, totally.
John Larroquette, you ready? He was the bad guy in Stripes. He was
Mm-hmm.
in Cat People. He was in
Here he
Star
comes.
Trek 3, and he was in, I'm going to say, John Scenes Deleted Larroquette in Summer Rental.
Oh,
Remember when
yes,
it was
yes,
just like,
yes, because he was the one in the movie theater, right? He was just
yes,
like, yeah,
John
yeah,
Candy's wife was like, I'm going on a date with this guy, and
yeah.
nothing came
Nothing
of
came
that.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, there must be huge scenes deleted because there was no conflict in that movie between the two of them. And John Larroquette's in a scene like, hey, so you want to go see this movie? And they do, and then that's it.
And then that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So
Right.
William Daniels, the judge,
Mm.
he was in the Blue Lagoon. I don't remember who he was. If he wasn't a sexy underage child in there, I don't know.
You weren't paying
I
attention
was
to
not
him.
paying attention. I was too busy vomiting in the garbage can while I watched children have sex. I don't remember. And then Phil Hartman.
All right.
Here we go. He was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He was in Jumpin' Jack Flash. He was in Three Amigos. He was in Amazon Women on the Moon. And he was in How I Got into College.
Look at
So,
him covering a lot of his
Hartman.
work.
Yeah. And boy, I don't.
Losing steam here. What's going on?
No. One thing we say is we don't like to ruin our thoughts on the movie, but that sigh before I realized I had to start talking about this could maybe give the
Was that
listeners.
part of? Well,
I think that this movie is miscast. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, and it really is the leads because I understand that, and I think that these two are both good, or maybe not even good, capable performers.
capable. Yeah.
I can't really think of anything I ever saw Kim Basinger in where I was like, oh, she's really great in this, but she's had a career. She
Yeah.
must be fine.
I know. I thought the same thing. I was like, what have I liked her in?
Yeah.
And what have I thought? Well, that was a good performance. I don't think anything. Did she was in the Fabulous Baker Boys? Was that her?
No.
that was Michelle Pfeiffer.
That was Michelle Pfeiffer. She was in LA Confidential, but she didn't have a really big part in that. And Bruce Willis, there are films that star Bruce Willis that I like, but I don't think any of them are comedies. I mean, I watched Hudson Hawk. I wasn't laughing.
I wasn't ha-ha-haing. Where you were ha-ha-haing?
No,
Were you a moonlighting person? Did you like the moonlighting?
no, I've never watched Moonlighting, and I'm
well, I
thinking
think
about
that's-
getting into it.
I
Jamie.
think that's where you'll find your charm of the Bruce. Yeah.
Yes, but I also don't want to put this on them alone because I
I
don't know how anybody makes this material funny.
Yeah, there's that. I know, and I kept thinking like, is it like is it a timeline? Is it a like an 80s thing? Would I have found this funny in the 80s? And
I
it's
don't know.
just
They're saying lines that I'm like, I can't even
well,
find the humor in these lines. I'm like,
and
who
the
wrote this
all the
down?
different situations, like when they go to the one house and it just gets pulled away on the like a train takes it away,
Yeah.
or it's a mobile home and it just rolls away, and then some of the situations we're in, I'm like, this is goofy and
Yeah,
weird. And I guess again, if maybe there were two different actors, or that it was played differently, or if it was, maybe we could take it as like, oh, this is just very silly,
right.
you know,
Yep.
rom-com kind of thing.
And I
But
also didn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, no, you didn't like it. No.
I also found I didn't think there was any chemistry between the two of them either. And I
Mm,
also feel like that might have to do with the characters. Like she was either acting crazy and he was upset about it, or he was acting crazy and she was upset about it. Then I have to watch two characters, my two main characters, these people that are supposed to be love interests, be hung over yelling at each other for an entire
yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah.
When they
Well,
got
and then it
together at
gets
the end of this, I'm like, I'm kind of shocked that they're even
it
together.
gets way carried away too, with then the marriage arrangement
Oh
and then
my
the meeting of
God.
like I thought, let's end it after after he gets bailed out of jail and pukes in the brother's car. I'm like, great,
Sure.
let's end it here.
Yeah, there's no law
Yeah.
that says your movie has to be 90 minutes.
No,
I mean,
no.
I think that was at like the 40-minute mark, Jamie, but
Oh,
still,
well,
like it's one of those things where, and I'm not saying this would improve this movie, but I was under the impression that this was going to be a one crazy night movie.
mm-hmm,
And it would
mm-hmm,
end like the next day with the two of them just disheveled after this
mm-hmm,
insane night and just making out the end of the movie. When
mm-hmm.
it was the next day and I'm like, he's out of jail. Where are we going? And then we had to go to court. I was like, this is not
Yeah,
the
then
movie
we
I
had a
signed
court
up
case.
for. This
Yeah.
is not the movie you promised me.
Well, and when you realize what the blind date is, let's get into it because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
setup
Let's,
even where it was
oh,
like it's for okay.
yeah,
So you were saying like the that neither actor really did it for you. And maybe it's because I
right.
just like Bruce Willis. I do. I
Sure.
just, he's just a likable kind of a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether you think his acting is good or bad, he's just whatever. So in this little opening number we get where he's kind of haphazardly getting ready for work and throwing the tie around his neck and he's
Yes.
kind of rushing around, I was like, oh, okay. If this is what this movie is this fun time with
Right.
Bruce Willis's character being this kind of he never really has it together kind of guy. He's like running.
I don't know what he is. Like I don't
Oh
know what
wait,
character he is.
oh
Like
oh he's a
his
portfolio assessor. That's his job.
wonderful. That's a
I wrote
fake
that
job,
down.
and
Yeah,
I appreciate that you
he's a
wrote it down.
money guy,
It took
right?
forever for someone to just say the word real estate. The whole time I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who Yamamoto is. I don't know why they're wooing this client because I don't know what they do. And we're meant to believe that he is this, I guess, type A personality, career driven man.
No, we.
He's trying to do the right things at work. He's working until all hours of the night.
I
He's
think
late.
we're.
We see him wake up in his apartment. He's
Mm-hmm,
got to jam all the papers in his briefcase. He has
mm-hmm.
to potentially run to work. I have no idea.
Yeah, he hightails it to
Yeah,
work and is
run through the
running
building.
through the office,
Hmm.
right? Collides with a secretary or something,
Yep.
spills her papers everywhere.
Yeah.
Has a bet. Who's this actor that plays his buddy here?
I don't know. Slimeball McScuzzbag?
Yeah, but we've
Yeah.
seen him in other stuff, or
I've
maybe
seen him
not
in stuff
in our own
too.
stuff,
I
but
looked him
in
up. I didn't want to bring the room down. He's a COVID fatality. Like
oh
it says it right there. It's like born, death date, and then it says cause of death, COVID, in
oh
4 capital letters there. So, yes. But I've seen this guy before. I don't really know where he's probably a character actor that popped up in a bunch of different stuff.
yeah.
Um,
Well, he runs into this buddy of his,
yes. Who is
and
put together,
yes,
unlike
well.
Bruce.
I think when you were saying about type A, I think what we get through the whole movie is Bruce is really an artist, a musician at heart, right?
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh,
no,
but saying I play the guitar, I guess that makes you a musician at heart. Like, and I think the movie wants us to believe
wants
what
us,
you're saying, but
yes,
at no
and that's
point was I
why.
like, this guy's a musician.
No, no, but that's why I think he like this corporate world kind of fits him, doesn't fit him like a glove because it's not it's not his real jam.
Right. I mean,
Jamming is his real jam.
he says that to her at one point. Because she's like,
Yes,
what do you do? And he's like, well, what I really love to do is
right.
play the guitar. But I just don't have time anymore. I'm in the go-go world of portfolio man or whatever.
Portfolio managing.
Yes.
They're money men. They're money men. They're investors of some kind. So he runs
But
into
what's
his
oh
buddy.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. What's
I
what?
was going to say what's great about this is when he runs into his buddy,
Mm-hmm.
and his buddy's telling some sleazy story about a woman that he was with last night or something like that. But the whole time, Bruce Willis is like, "Well, I stayed here until 3 a.m. working on my presentation. Did you do yours?" And the guy's like, "I didn't do mine." And you see that his buddy knows what this company's all about. You
Mm-hmm.
can bullshit your way through this, but I feel like Bruce Willis is trying to get ahead or trying to make inroads with the boss by doing all of this extra work. Or the
So and it's backfiring on him. It's not
yeah,
working. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the other thing is he's really bad at his job and it just takes him way too long to
Oh
do
yeah.
anything.
Yeah. I mean, it takes him till 3 in the morning to figure these things out. Yeah. Is it really just an easy
Yeah.
job and he's sucking at it?
I know, and also like I mean, you enjoyed him running out of his apartment and stuff like that. We never go back to the apartment,
Mm-mm.
and I focus on dumb things every now and then.
The bed sheets.
Well, of course the bed sheets, but
They were really cool.
I was like, why even do this? Wouldn't it be so much better if he woke up in his office? And
Oh
he had
yeah.
been
Why
there
did we
all
have to
night?
start?
Because
Yeah.
I was like, he keeps saying I was here working until 3 a.m. And I'm like, and then you went home and kept
Yeah.
working at home? Just
Yeah.
stay here. Because I think
Well,
it would be more fun if he has to get dressed in his office while
yeah.
his
Yeah.
secretary's like trying to give him coffee and she's helping him with his tie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
rewrite the first scene of this movie,
But
but I
that
think
might have helped.
it's the best
Yeah.
way to start.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, instead, he's arriving late and
Hmm.
shuffling about, and they're in this big board meeting. And like you said, his buddy is not prepared. And when even the boss is like, "Do you have your stuff?" He's like, "Ah, the copy machine was down, and
It's
I just couldn't get to
great.
copy it."
Yes.
And the boss is like, "That's okay. What
Yeah,
do
he's
you
like,
have?"
I get it. Copy machines go down, I guess.
Right.
Bruce,
And
you're up.
Bruce's character's name is Walter.
Oh, yeah.
Wal-
Sorry. He's
yeah.
Bruce. She's Kim or Basinger.
Oh, I
John
don't know if
Larroquette's John Larroquette.
yeah, his brother.
Who,
Tim.
I don't want to jump the gun here. If there is a saving grace of this movie, it is John Larroquette. I think
You
he knows what
think?
I do. And now I think everyone loses steam as the movie goes, almost as if they shot this in chronological order. And by the time he wakes up in jail, I think everybody's like, "This sucks. Let's not give it our
Yeah,
all."
we're over it.
When we meet him at this museum and he is immediately unhinged, I was like, "Oh, this is the energy I'm kind of looking for
This is what you're
from
looking for.
someone in this
But then it doesn't
madcap
stop.
No.
And then it's too much. And I'm like,
Oh,
all right, so this
yes.
is the other character now, is the ex that is ridiculous and chasing and running into pet stores
Right.
and then paint stores and then
And I think I was just, oh God, all this, all that. Oh God, it's like I almost forgot. I think I was just, again, if a movie can kind of subvert my expectations, I really appreciate it. But when they first see him and she's like, "Oh my God, there's my ex. He's insane. He's insane." I was like, this guy's gonna come over and he's gonna be really nice.
yeah.
And Bruce Willis will be like, "Bitch, you're fucking crazy."
Yeah, you're the
And
crazy
then
one.
later in the movie, he's gonna go nuts. But no, from the
He
jump, John
starts out
Larroquette's like,
nutty.
"I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna kill you." And I was like, "Wow, this is not what I thought." But you're right. It does just. It's a one note. Like he just does the same thing every time, which is
Mm-hmm.
act like a maniac.
Mm-hmm. And you're over it. You're over it.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
want him to just
This movie's
just like the
exhausting.
friend, like the sleazy best friend is just here in the very beginning, and then we don't see him again after they all go to dinner together. You don't see him
Loved
again.
it. Yes,
Like
because
I
you
ca-
hate this guy. You're
Yes,
like, I don't want to
yes.
see this guy anymore. And the
Right.
movie's like, we understand. He served his purpose to be a
And we'll move him
scumbag, and
along,
now,
right?
yes, move along.
Yeah.
We have a different villain of the movie. But
We
anyway, he's.
well,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
no, I was going to say
Yeah.
his brother. We meet Phil Hartman next.
Yes. Well,
Okay, so the
well,
meeting goes.
yeah, can we talk just
Yeah.
about the meeting real quick because the boss talks about Yamamoto, this
Mhm.
big client
His big
who's
Japanese client who they love talking about more of his interests and the way he handles his, like, it's not about the deal that's being made
not
or
at
the
all
property or whatever it is that
right.
they're investing in. It's
Hmm.
more about the kind of man he is and that he keeps concubines and
You know,
his wife kind of
women,
tends to all his
yeah,
needs.
women
And
shouldn't talk stuff like this, and
I like the
so
one woman at the meeting who is just like, who's
oh
clearly
yes,
like the secretary because it's all men and they're like, yeah,
oh
our women need to act more like that. and the
Yeah.
one woman
And
is
it's
like,
just one woman who gives this side eye, and I'm like, you can't even
mm-hmm,
just give her a line? All right,
no,
that's fine,
mm-hmm,
movie.
mm-hmm.
Which is why I was like, oh, okay, so this party must be just, a bunch of buttoned down people, and everybody should dress conservatively. No, all these women are in like flashy dresses and stuff. So I don't know. They make such a big deal about Yamamoto,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't quite come to what I thought it was going to
It's
be.
a weird situation. It's a couple scenes later when they meet for the dinner, and like you, I either thought that it was going to be like a big banquet dinner kind of thing,
Yes. Uh huh.
but this was like it
That was
was
gonna be
just
like a
like
cocktail party, like people
yes,
walking around, but
walking around.
all
It's
seated.
just like they all had their own round
Yeah,
tables at one restaurant,
yeah, it's
and
like
it
they
wasn't
rented
even
out a
like
part of a restaurant.
yeah, but it wasn't like the whole company was at a long table to have a meeting. Everyone was in their own private table. Even Bruce Willis wasn't with even his skeezy friend. They were
No,
at separate tables. I was like, what? Why does the whole
the
company have
the
to be here
moment they
for
walked
this?
in, I saw these tiny tables. I was like, well, how's Bruce Willis and Kim Basinger gonna sit with Yamamoto? They don't. They sit on the other end
But
of the room.
that's what else makes it weird. Okay, so they find out
Yeah,
at this meeting that they're gonna have this dinner
right.
with Yakimoto, whatever his name is,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
it's
got it.
a dinner date situation. Like you're supposed to bring a date. Um,
Yeah. And he's
and
dating an embalmer.
I guess that's the joke is that yeah,
I guess
she's
it's a
just
funny joke.
it's
I don't.
not
It's no. It's not a funny joke.
it's
It's not a
not
funny joke when his scuzzy friend says it to him, and it's not a funny joke when his boss is like, "Hey, Bruce Willis, you look like shit. Get yourself together."
yeah.
And then when Bruce Willis walks away, his boss goes, "I hope he's not going to bring the embalmer."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess he's brought her to functions. Is she hideous? Does
I
she just
guess
have horrible stories about embalming?
she's not charming at all because I don't know. Mm. But so that's the whole reason he needs a date is because he's got a work thing that isn't even really like when they finally go to it, like we said, like what does it even matter if he's even there,
Yeah.
let alone with a date?
Right. He
But
could just show up on his own.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, and not that this would help, but again, with movies like this, like all I need is a line from his boss being like, "It's $150 a plate dinner. Bruce, we got you 2 tickets. Please make sure you bring somebody."
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
you
yeah.
need for
That's
this
all I need.
desperation because I don't know why he's so desperate for a
Yeah.
date.
Well, so now he goes, his brother is Phil Hartman, and he's a
Hmm.
car salesman. Um, and I guess that's just to give him like more of a
Yeah,
slimy,
I guess.
mode.
I was
And
excited to see Phil Hartman, but
I was
again, my
too.
excitement like kind of fades away. It
Yeah,
doesn't
because he
take that
was in it.
long for me
Hmm.
to be like, all right, it's Phil Hartman. You're not doing anything funny. You
No,
can
you're
you
not
can yell
really.
at Bruce Willis
Hmm.
all you want, but it's not hilarious.
No, it wasn't. But
And I
he's.
love Phil Hartman.
I know. I
I
enjoy him
really
too. I
do.
know. And I was like you. I was like, oh, there's Phil. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
This is what you are in this. I see.
Uh-huh.
But so he asked his brother to set him up on do you have a date for him? And first he says he wants to borrow his wife. He says, "Can
Right.
I borrow
Yes.
your
Exactly.
wife? Can she come and be my date?" But it's their anniversary, so that's a no-go. And he brings up a potential idea that he has about someone that's in town that's a friend of his wife's.
Yes.
But Bruce is like, "No, no, no, I don't want your help because
Mm-hmm.
chances are it's going to be a mess."
Sure.
Um, either she's a dope addict or a lesbian, I think is what he says.
It's like those are the only two options.
I guess.
Who does your brother hang
Um,
out with? Or
I get.
it's not even his brother; it's his brother's wife, who seems like a lovely woman. I
She
would
does.
trust.
She
I
does.
would trust that she is a friend that
I agree.
that I'd be happy to be set up
I
with.
would also listen to her when she says specifically, "Don't get my friend drunk."
Because she's yelling it from the other room, and then
Right.
Phil Hartman has to translate it. And I do like how he does translate because she's like, "Don't get her drunk. If she drinks, she loses control." And so
Oh
Phil
yeah, and he's
Hartman
like,
says into the phone, "She loses control."
yeah.
So great, Phil Hartman, you're trying. You're doing
Yeah,
something with
you're
this
doing your
role.
best. Well, because what happens is when he meets him at his used car salesman
Yeah.
lot, he tells him no, he doesn't want his help. But then
Right.
he goes
Right.
home. Bruce Willis goes home, checks his old Rolodex, and he
Hmm.
can't seem to find a date there. So he says, "Listen, is she cute? Can you guarantee she's cute? She's not crazy, but again, there's the whole she's not.
Yeah.
She just gets really wild if you let her drink.
I do
So,
also like how when he calls and he says, "Is she cute?" Phil Hartman's looking at the cover of a
oh,
boxing magazine. He's
yeah.
like, "I'm looking at a picture of her right now, man. She's hot." And then he goes, "Well, how old is the picture?" And for some reason, Phil Hartman goes, 5 years old. I'm like, what? Why would you say that?
I don't know. Mm.
But yeah, it's great. I do like it when he does say that she loses control, to which Bruce Willis, a good line in this movie, because he's starting to freak out when he goes, lose control. Like, does she lose inhibition or does she pee on the floor?
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
This movie took so long. Can I tell you the first moment in this movie where I actually smiled? And I was shocked by it? When the gavel flies off and hits the
Oh, and
smoke in
it's the girl
head.
in the head.
And we're
By the
like
way,
a half
her
hour by
her
the
performance was better than
better than I assume she went up for the Kim Basinger role, and they're like, we need somebody
yeah.
with a name.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
sorry. We'll put you in the court. You could be the stenographer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was great. The
she
camera kept
was.
going
Yeah,
back to her.
me too. And
Her
I was
eyes are
too. I was
googling
like,
around
where
her
is she?
head.
She's great.
Yeah.
I want her to be drunk on champagne.
Yep.
She'd be a lot
Uh-huh.
more entertaining.
Yeah.
But that's not what we get. No, so the date is set up and he gets right
Mm-hmm.
to it. He goes to pick her up at her hotel.
Yeah.
It's dark for some reason, and he can see her. She's getting ready in the bathroom, so
Oh
he
my
can
God.
kind of see her silhouette moving back and forth. And he
Mm-hmm.
can't figure out yet if he's on this blind date with a hideous woman or what. And when she first comes out, we mentioned this before, it's lights go off in the
Yeah.
hotel. She's like, oh, this keeps happening.
It keeps
So he has to
happening.
light a match to see her.
Yeah.
And he's pleasantly surprised
But
that
she's
it's
teasing it. Like I wrote down one of her lines because, like I said, I think she's doing this on purpose. Because right as he lights the match, she goes, "Here's your last chance to make a run for it." And I was like, why would you say that if you didn't know you were drop dead gorgeous? Like, what a bizarre way to approach somebody for the first time. But yeah, it's Kim Basinger. He's pleasantly surprised. You know, he's Bruce Willis. Good looking
yeah,
dude.
she's not mad.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go. She mentions that her
Oh,
friend.
yeah.
I don't get the time either
Neither
because
do I.
you
Why would
would
you pick somebody
assume.
up 3 hours early for this?
Yeah, you would assume he needs a blind date for the dinner he's got for work. He didn't schedule an extra 3 hours to just see what they can fill the time with, but apparently he did.
If your brother picks me up at 10 a.m. for a 4 p.m.
He
game,
is.
takes me to
Just
some
get ready.
takes me to some like robot sex alien art exhibit.
No.
No, thank you, Michael.
Get ready. You're going to Carb City. You guys are going to go buy some bread and
Yes,
just
that's
munch
right.
out. That's his plan. Oh yeah, this was a weird. Okay, so she mentions that her friend has this art gallery thing. Do they want to go to it? They go, and they're both a little weirded out. Like you said, it's this robot sex that
I
they're
have
watching and
no
weird
idea.
sculpture stuff. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily either one of their jams, but it's interesting that they are walking around an art gallery
I
for
do
a little
like that
bit.
they have the same reaction to it where they're kind of laughing at it and they seem
Mm-hmm.
somewhat uncomfortable. This may be the closest these two have in the movie to some sort of chemistry because it seems like they
Oh yeah, because
sort of
they're both.
enjoy each other's
Mhm.
company right now.
This is when she mentions, and because she dips very, very, very briefly into a southern accent. She mentions she's from Baton Rouge. And again,
Wowzers.
this could be worked in her favor. I was like, oh, I see. So when she's drunk, the accent's going to come out. Just
No,
randomly.
that's
Just
what I
randomly.
thought. But
Hmm.
and people can't wait to hear her tell them that she's from Louisiana. She says it
Hmm.
so many times in this movie, and I'm like, there's no reason to
Yeah.
say this.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
The Southern accent, we do talk sometimes in this podcast about how people's accents come and go. This Southern accent comes for like a scene or two
Yeah.
and is
And then
never heard from
never,
again.
never, not even, no, not even a y'all. No.
Yes. It
Mm-mm.
was like she was trying and they were just like, Kim, just give it up. Also, we're not going to
Yeah.
reshoot that stuff. It's fine.
But we didn't like you said, then don't say Louisiana. Don't bring up Baton Rouge.
No.
Don't mention. She says mama at one point. That's my mama. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, there's the Baton Rouge.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, when she's drunk, she dips into her southern accent, but it's not even all the time when she's drunk. She
No.
certainly doesn't have a southern accent when she is plastered at her own wedding and stands up and
Mm-hmm.
gives a speech.
Mm-hmm.
That's when
Mm-mm.
I was like, well, now it's time for that accent to shine. And
Mm-hmm.
even for John Larroquette to be like, what's going on with you? Where did that voice
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah.
No, it's just
No,
for
no.
like a couple scenes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very disappointing. It's yeah.
I
Yeah.
also find it funny how when they're talking to each other and maybe I don't this isn't even meant to be funny. Why he's like, I can't believe you don't have a date. You're so gorgeous. Why don't you have a date?
Oh
Every
yeah,
time
this
we
is
meet.
again part of their
Yeah.
bonding is
Yeah,
like
and
how do you
she's
not
like,
have a
"Well,
date?
you're very gorgeous too. I don't know why you don't have a date.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't why are you possibly looking for a date?" I'm like, what kind of dialogue is
Mm,
this?"
I know. I know. Yeah, their dialogue is yes. And then they see a painting or a portrait of a of a Japanese leader with his own
Oh
concubine,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
they go, "Oh my God, that's Yakamoto. That's who we're going to dinner with." Wow.
And then,
Oh, and then
but
she
then we meet
nervously.
this man, and I'm like, was that the guy in the painting?
It
Because that looked
wasn't the
like an
guy in the
alien
painting.
robot.
I know, it wasn't. She
Okay.
nervously eats candy here at the.
She
That's
digs an
weird too.
open an open candy bar, an unwrapped candy bar out of her purse and nibbles on it like a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's so odd. It's so strange how she's like,
Mm-hmm.
some people like drugs and some people like booze, but I love candy. Hey Jamie, does that ever come to anything in this
No,
movie?
no, you
No.
never see her ask for candy again or use candy from her purse again. Like the Southern accent, you're like, why did we even bring it
Oh
up?
my God, you know what I just realized? Is that to justify her eating an 18-pound box of chocolates
Oh,
at the
maybe
end of
at
the
the end.
movie?
And that's why he gets it for her because he knows she'll eat all the candy.
And this shouldn't be
Yeah.
something I'm realizing days after seeing this movie.
Because that was another weird thing where he's injecting alcohol into all the
So,
candy. Oh my God.
he could have used that candy to knock out
Oh,
that dog.
Nadia. Nadia is her
Oh yeah,
name.
Nadia's her
Nadia,
name.
very
Yep.
Southern. Very Southern.
Very southern. When I think southern, I think Eastern European. Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So they're walking around, they're having a great time, and she
Oh,
sees her
her
ex. She's
ex.
talking about her ex
Yes.
for a while and how he's psychotic and how it was seemingly, without her saying it, it sounds like an abusive relationship.
Yeah, it did. You did get that vibe.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she goes, "Oh my God, my ex just walked
Don't look
in."
right now, but he's right there. And like you said, it's John Larroquette, and he walks
Yeah.
in, and you're
He
just
walks in
like, this
like a
guy's going to be the
bow,
nicest
like a
guy.
bow tie.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Bruce is even like, that guy there, that goofy guy with the bow
Yeah,
tie?
I think he literally says, like, yeah, the
Yes.
goofy guy with the bow tie is your
Yeah.
ex. And she's like, yeah, don't look over it. And like you said, he does come over and he does cause havoc
Yeah. Because at first
right
he's
away.
like, "Oh, you look so great. It's so nice to see you again." And I was like, all right, this is going to be funny because he's going to think that Kim's crazy now because her ex boyfriend's a really nice guy. But immediately he's a psycho.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, right off the bat, he's trying to like choke Bruce Willis. He punches, I think, a hole through some sort of statue or
Yeah, he
something.
punches a skull, one of the sculptures. Yeah, things get rowdy
Yeah,
real quick.
immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Mm-hmm.
that was, if John Larroquette was out of the movie just like his friend, I'd be like, what a fun
Yes, I
interaction.
agree.
And if
Like we're
that's what
just
this whole movie was, like,
them running into a bunch of crazy. Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
like what was the New York movie we just watched, with Griffin Dunn, where,
Oh,
oh, I can't think of it. After Hours.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
do
Mm-hmm.
that. I'll
Yeah.
I'll suffer through. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll look at Kim Basinger and Bruce Willis. It's fine. I don't need to
Yeah.
listen to what they're
Yeah.
saying. But if they're just having wacky adventures, I'm probably way more okay with it than this.
Yeah, than what we're really seeing. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
But
Well,
they
then
still have
now
more time before
they have
this
30
dinner.
minutes. He says he looks at his watch, he goes, "We got 30 minutes." Which is enough time for him to feel inspired to stop at the liquor store, buy a bottle of champagne,
Yep.
drive her to this again. I'm like, who does drive her to a
I mean,
recording
this is a
studio.
move. Like
Is it?
this is a
It is.
in the. I mean, I was gonna say in the '80s, but I don't know. You know that he's done this before. You know he's tried this before. This is
By
his
himself.
regular
It sounds
move.
like he shows up lonely by himself to this recording
Okay,
studio.
all
Because
right.
so he shows up and he's like you said, there's this black guitarist who is
Hmm.
excellent on the guitar, strumming.
I had to look this guy up. His name
Is
is
he somebody?
Stanley. Yeah, his name's Stanley Jordan, but it's not like he's like a musician for hire. I'm sure there's a name for it, but like he's played with Dionne Warwick and Kenny
Mm.
Rogers and Dave Matthews and stuff like that. So he's a very talented guitar player, but he doesn't really have his own band or anything like that.
Well,
It
he
just
hangs
seems like
out.
an odd get for this movie. And
Yeah.
the amount of time we spend with him, I was like, well, this has to be somebody. And again, he is somebody, but when I found out what kind of a somebody he was, I was like, I don't know, wouldn't it have been more fun if like Stevie Wonder was there or
Oh
something?
yeah. If we really kind of got well, it's just the first date and it is a
Hmm.
blind date.
Okay, all
So
right.
but so they go to the recording studio to listen to him play. When he shows up, when they show up rather, he's Stanley looks at Walter and is like, "Hey, did you bring your guitar?
Oh
He's you
yeah.
gonna play?" He's like, "No, we're just gonna sit here, me and my lady, and watch you
And they're
play."
also on the other side of like sliding glass
Yeah,
doors
yeah, yeah.
that are closed. I don't know how he was talking to him then when it's revealed that they're behind glass, but
Right.
yeah. And
And
it's
then
so strange. Like
it is.
it's such a bizarre thing to do because he's like, "Hey, let's just pop open the champagne. I got these little plastic cups that I guess you can get
Yep.
at the liquor store, I guess."
I guess.
They
And
have
then we're just gonna sit
yeah.
here. We're gonna watch my friend play,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna
She
be romantic.
seems hesitant to drink the alcohol until he goes, "No, no, no, just drink up. It's fine."
Yeah, just a little sip, he says.
Yep.
And then she does go for it, and she says, "Drinking makes me crazy,"
Hmm.
because that's her thing. And then he confesses about how he likes to play the guitar, but he left it for a good
Yeah.
job and the
Yeah.
paycheck and all that kind of thing. Um,
And she's
and
instantly a goofball.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
instantly giggly and also kissy, but not like kissy, like make out kissy.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
immediately.
yeah, yeah, like tongue down his throat, kissy.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um,
But
yeah, and I
it's
have to.
oh yeah, go ahead.
She's
No.
just. Mm,
You have a
so
problem with Kim Basinger? Is she
yeah,
the main problem?
yeah.
Okay.
For me, it was. For me, it was. I see how it's a little bit of both, but like, I don't know. I want more than if you're gonna be the goofy. If you're gonna get crazy when you're drunk, then I want to see it more like. And maybe this was the director for not kind of giving her the right
Hmm.
direction, um, but it just didn't hit for me. I was like, this is.
Oh, we should talk about the director. This is directed by Blake Edwards. Famous director, did the Pink Panther movies. Um, and we saw him direct Victor Victoria,
Oh,
which
well,
makes this
which
even
was,
more depressing
yeah, because
by
that was really
comparison.
good. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I feel like I cut you off when you were talking
No,
about
that's
how
okay. That's
Kim is
okay.
the
We'll
problem.
we'll we'll get into more of it as we
Well,
see more of her problems throughout her.
and I do. It's not even that I want to defend her because I had the same feelings as you for a little while in this movie. I was like, she's not doing a great job, but I was like, Bruce Willis is just being Bruce Everyman Willis. It wasn't until he tries to match her drunken energy at that other party later where
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I can't deal with either of these two.
Oh no, then
Like
you were over it.
when when he's just throwing food in the air, I was like, I don't know what you're doing, Bruce.
Both of them act like little grade
Yes,
schoolers when they're
exactly,
yeah, yeah,
exactly. She
yeah.
does do a funny thing because they get all make outy, and then he's like, "Oh, we got to go to this dinner." I do like when they show up when they're like the maitre d or the guy at the restaurant check-in desk, whatever.
Okay.
When she walks over to this giant display of flowers and just like breaks one off and
Mm.
then just like holds it and walks around, I did find that kind of charming. I was like, okay, she's acting drunk, she's doing something that's kind of fun, but that's it. That's all.
Like later when she's got her face in the flowers and the flower arrangement at their table. Ugh.
Yeah,
So
not not.
they show up at one,
Hmm.
and I don't know what she starts. She also starts a thing where first she rips off a piece of
She rips off like
his
the pocket
pocket,
on his shirt.
but
Yes.
then she also later rips off a piece of his buddy's
Yep.
jacket and then his piece of his boss's jacket.
I
I
don't know
feel
why
like
she's doing
later
this.
too.
I don't
Me
understand.
neither. Me neither. It's one of those things that you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
Um,
if somebody said to me, "Okay, listen, I have this friend. She's kind of fun and she's very nice and she's very attractive. When she gets drunk, she rips pockets off shirts." I'd be like, "Hold on a second. Wait, back up a little bit. I don't understand
where does
what
she get?
oh God.
Also, okay, also, so
Yeah.
at the restaurant, it's a fancy French restaurant, and
Mm-hmm.
he is doing his best to order them a meal, and the waiter is kind of a dick to him.
Oh,
And
can we talk about
she
the guy
can
really?
suddenly talk French.
Yes. Before we get here, because I do want to talk about that. I can talk about that all day because that's a
Could you?
kind of a great scene for all the wrong reasons. When the one guy comes over and he's like, "Sir, can I get you something to drink?" And Bruce goes, "Can you find me some safety pins?" To which
Oh,
this guy
yeah.
goes, "No, I don't think so," and just
Yeah.
walks away. I kind of enjoyed that. Still didn't get a smile, but I was like, all right, these are lines that are supposed to be jokes. I kind of understand that that was supposed to be funny. Let's move on.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's move on to the waiter who can speak French, and so can she.
So she starts speaking French to him. She understands what he's saying, and he's calling her some, I think he calls her a slut at one point.
Yep, yep, he sure does. Because she's
Um,
translating for Bruce Willis, who's like, "Wait, what did you say to him? What did he say to you?"
mhm.
They're going back and forth. I know you won't watch this again. You
I
should
won't.
not watch this again. I had to rewind this. Her French is dubbed, and it's
Oh, is
dubbed
it?
so poorly. It sounds like it's somebody else doing it in a different room in a different location. Clearly, she could not speak French or kind of made her way through
Oh,
this.
Kimmy, Kimmy,
And I
Kimmy.
don't know if they're like, all right, it's fine, Kim. We'll get you in the booth. We'll feed you the line later so you can dub over this. Or if somebody else had to come in and do it. But it's so clearly dubbed.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's pretty bad.
Ugh.
Hmm.
Anyway, she has his friend comes over at one point. Both the
Hmm.
friend and the boss originally, even when she's a little tipsy at first, when they first arrive, they're like, "Hey, great job with the girl. Like she's good looking. She's got the friend comes over and is like, "Oh my God, all I could look at was your date. She's so
Yeah,
charismatic." Which you
yeah.
don't that's
Don't do
what's
this.
missing. But that's no, it's creepy,
Don't
but
do
that's what he
this.
is.
Right.
But that's what's missing from like Kim, you want her character to be so charismatic. Like Julia
Right.
Roberts in Pretty Woman. Like
Eh,
this
Yep.
like just this she's a knockout to look at, she's gorgeous, and then she's
Yes.
got this aura about her that's just like, who's
Right.
that girl? Especially when she's even when she's drunk, you're still just
Yes.
like, who's this crazy? But instead you're like, what
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
and you're
Like,
annoyed. It's like
and
taking a kid out for
yes.
the night.
And again,
Hmm.
if all the other women at this dinner, if all these other extras were like frumpy old ladies or something, I'd buy
Hmm.
into it way more. But like his scuzzy friend's date is a very attractive woman. There's
Hmm.
beautiful women all over the place. And I'm not saying that Kim Basinger isn't, but I'm like, why would all eyes
What's
go
the
to
standout?
her?
Right.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't I can't buy it. Plus, she turns on a dime too, because she's just giggly, happy, Southern, perhaps French, all of this rolled into one bit of nonsense. The moment his friend comes over and gives her his card, she's like, "Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are
She's like,
such
you
an
gave me your
asshole."
card. You put it
Yeah.
right in my hand.
Uh huh.
Like, don't try to be weird. And yeah, she gets snappy with him.
Yep.
Uses her southern accent there. Like, y'all don't know that I
Yep.
understand what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Um,
And she takes this energy immediately to Yamamoto. It's
yeah,
like now
yeah.
this is the path she's on. She was a fun drunk. Now she's an angry drunk.
Right. And she goes to the boss's table. She gets
Hmm.
up in Yakimoto's face. She somehow she doesn't take it off, but somehow so his wife, Yakimoto's wife, shows up, and she's all decked out
She's all
in
geisha'd up, like
the geisha
totally.
gear, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
The hair, the everything, and somehow in her interactions with Yakamoto and her aggressiveness, did she spray the boss yet, or that's later when she
She
sprays the
sprays
boss?
the no, it already happened because she sprayed the boss and the waiter with champagne. She meant to just
Oh,
spray it on the French waiter, but the boss like got in the way or something. So she's already done that, and now
mm-hmm.
she's on to Yakamoto and his wife.
Right.
And
And
this suddenly becomes very slapstick because like the the wig falls off of Yakimoto's wife's
mm-hmm.
head. She has to
Mm-hmm.
run to the bathroom. Everybody else runs
But they
into
all
the bathroom
chase her, yes, into the
after
bathroom,
her.
right? Men into the bathroom too, trying to apologize, make it
Yep,
right. And Kim Basinger's in the stall next to her and peeks the booze over the top of the
yep.
stall and gives some advice to Yakamoto's wife, saying,
Which
like,
Yakimoto's wife keeps saying, I don't speak English, I don't speak
yeah.
English,
Hmm.
until.
Yes, until she tells her, hey, he's got a lot of money. You divorce him? California's a 50-50 state. And that's when Yakamoto's wife comes out of the bathroom and says, did you say 50-50?
Yes.
And then Kim Basinger comes out of the bathroom and makes an announcement to everyone that Yakamoto's wife is looking for a divorce lawyer
Yes.
and she says how much money Yakamoto's worth and
Uh-huh.
is like, so if you're into that, sign up. It's
Yeah.
so weird. Like,
Yeah.
what? We could have just stopped with like pulling the wig off. We could have stopped with spraying the
Exactly.
the boss. We could have
Yeah.
stopped with like even her just being curious about Yakimoto. Now we're doing this whole like what?
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
gone too far, too far.
Right. It's like everyone who, and I'm not against it, but this movie does it so poorly. It's like everyone deserves their comeuppance. She sprays this waiter with champagne. She
Hmm.
sprays his boss with champagne. And then she has to insult Yakamoto. Like we have to figure out and find out that he's being divorced at the end of this scene. It's
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
really necessary at all. She calls his friend a big creep. Like, great, I guess good for you, but who cares? This comes to nothing. It doesn't
No.
matter. Like Bruce Willis is fired
Yeah,
at the end of this scene.
at the end of this scene, Bruce
Yes.
Willis loses his job. It's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. And this is because the boss says to him, I think you know, and Bruce Willis is like, I'm fired. And the boss is like, I wish it was, what does he say? Like, I wish we were in not the Wild West, but he's like, because then I would shoot you. I would
Yes.
not just fire you, I would
Yeah.
shoot you. Oh,
Right.
I wish we were in a war, or I wish we were
Yeah, yeah, I
in
wish,
the,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. My only regret is this isn't the army because I would have
Yeah,
you
I would
shot. And I'm
just
like, I don't think that's how the army
I
works.
don't
I
know.
mean, we clearly don't know the ranks of these people in the army, but I don't think
I don't think you could just
Louis
ask somebody to
Gossett
get.
Jr. could just be like, "Can you guys just shoot Richard Gere?" And they
Yeah.
would.
I don't think, but that's how his boss thinks things go down in the army.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
guess so.
so now they're out of the dinner and
Oh
now
my
they're
god!
back in his car and they're on the freeway and she is hammered.
Can I tell you
Um,
another huge issue I have with this movie?
mm,
I do have a recommendation at the end that goes against what I'm about to say. I find nothing less interesting in the movie than to spend time with two people in a car for a very long time.
oh no,
These two would sit there next to each other and deliver lines in a car for way too much of this movie's
you
runtime.
didn't love it. You didn't love it.
No. And I don't love them running around and her sticking her face in flowers, but at least there's something for me to look at. Like, at least there's something
Yeah.
happening. These two, and this is the scene where it started, where she wants to go to a party, and he's like, "You want to go to a party? You just got me fired." Blah, blah, blah. They're
Hmm.
screaming lines of dialogue like they're funny, but nothing they're saying is
It was
amusing
actually
at
making
all.
you laugh. Yeah, no,
Right.
no. But now he's frustrated with her because she's also trying to make out with him and try because
Oh, yeah,
she's
yeah.
drunk and
Yep.
trying to get up
Uh
on
huh.
him. And he's like, we can't do this now. We can't do it on the freeway. He kind of pulls over and then they realize there's a car behind them. He's like, there's
Yes.
somebody
That is
behind
also
us.
stopped. Yeah.
Yes. And it turns out to be John Larroquette. The ex is back. And
And at this point, Jamie, I'm pretty happy. It doesn't last very
yeah, you
long.
want him. No. Oh, this is a fun way. This is the one thing that I was like, oh, that's cool what he just did. So he comes into the car. No, he gets.
Yeah, John Larroquette. This is weird because John Larroquette walks around to the front of Bruce Willis's car and starts
Mhm.
punching the car. So Bruce Willis gets out to stop him, and they kind of chase each other around the car, but then Bruce Willis just goes and gets in John Larroquette's car.
But starts it enough to just drive it
Yes.
down the road a bit and then
Uh-huh.
jumps out of the car and the car's
Yes.
just moving on its
Hmm.
own. I thought that was clever. I was like, I've never seen that done before. That's
It
kind
was
of
a clever idea.
yeah.
It got John Larroquette away from them so they
Right.
could escape, or so they
They
think.
they drive on. John Larroquette now gets in his car and is pissed, and this is the first of a few crashes he gets
This
into.
running
He
gag, no
crashes
thank you.
in he crashes into a storefront, which is a pet store where there's not just bunnies and goldfish, there's monkeys.
There's a monkey.
And the monkey later is in the car with him and covers his eyes so that he then crashes into a paint store.
Uh-huh.
And that's just so he could show up to the next place he
Right.
sees them at covered in paint.
Right. And then later he crashes into I believe it's a flower factory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He crashes his car into 3 buildings, 3 places of business, and Bruce Willis is in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't understand how this
Uh-huh.
attorney the next day is like, I don't know how I'm going to get you out of jail. I'm like, how are you not in jail?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You have fled the scene of multiple accidents.
Well, like you said, they spend too much time in the car, so he's got to stop for gas.
Hey, you
There's
seem
this.
really excited about this gas station attendant. Do you
Well,
know
he's
this
a
guy?
comedian. No, he's just a
Oh,
comedian.
I
I
found him
forget his
quite
name.
annoying. I
Barry
didn't like
something or
him.
other.
Yes.
But I thought it was interesting that this had a lot of different comedians in it, or comedy actors, I guess, because it's romantic comedy. Um, but yeah,
I
I
mean,
thought he was in.
that's what they say it is.
Wasn't he in? I know, right?
I
Wasn't
don't
he a
know.
Saturday Night Live guy? I don't know. Um,
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't. If he was, I didn't
I
write
think
him
he's just
down
a
or
stand-up
really.
guy. I
Okay.
don't know.
All right.
Like not a good
He's a
guy, like a
stand-up
stand-up
guy.
comedian.
Oh, Yakimoto was in Gung Ho. I wrote that down. I forgot to
Oh,
say that.
we saw him. That's where he was familiar. Anyway, they go to the gas station and she's got to go to the bathroom. So
Right.
she
Yes.
goes to use the bathroom and he goes to go in and check on her and the gas station attendant's like, she didn't go in there.
Hmm.
She actually went to the discotheque
The discotheque.
right
I
over
love
there.
seeing discotheque spelled out in neon letters
Pretty fun.
because it's a
Pretty
real
fun.
weird word.
It is. It is. So Bruce goes into there to go find her. He heads straight for the bathroom, thinking that's where she is, which creates a weird vibe between him and who's this weirdo that's
Is it?
watching him?
I assumed it was a bouncer. But also, the bouncer looks exactly like the butler at John Larroquette's
Yes.
house. I thought they just used the same actor.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I love how you didn't know who that guy was. That would actually make that scene more disturbing because he's just peeping on ladies in the bathroom.
yeah, yeah.
And the bouncer's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, there's a lady.
Well, then they have
She
this
need to use the
back and forth,
bathroom.
yeah, which is
Hmm.
again, I think, supposed to be funny, where Bruce
It's
Willis is
not, but
explaining,
yeah.
like, so we were together, and then she had to pee, and I thought she was going to pee in the gas station, but I went to the gas station door, and
Right.
she didn't. And they saddle
And the
up to
whole
the
time there's
bar.
ladies walking in and out of the bathroom, and I was like, "Is this a joke? Are these women supposed to be funny? Like
I don't, none of
nothing
it.
is happening."
You're just like, what? And
Yes.
at one point, they pony up to the bar, and while he's telling him again, like, and I don't know where she went, and I don't know, she's a little bit
Hmm.
crazy when she drinks. She's right behind him at the bar,
Yes.
and there she
Yeah.
is.
It is funny
And
because he orders a drink and then keeps
she,
talking to this bouncer, and then the drink is delivered and she downs that thing, and then I like it when he turns around, there's just an empty glass, but he still has to pay. Yeah.
and now she's even drunker, so she's ready to hit that dance floor,
Yeah.
which
I
he
have,
does.
you know what this movie does that I find very annoying? Every scene, this is such a dumb thing to like focus on this movie. Every scene is lit so well. This is the brightest club I've ever seen. They
Oh,
have all the
true.
fluorescence overhead
Yeah,
on in this
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Also,
Oh, the band. What
oh,
about the
God
focus
damn
on the
it.
band? This is another thing where I was like, is this somebody who's supposed to know?
We hear three entire songs
Yeah.
back to
And
back
lots of
to back.
close-ups on the
So
singer and
many.
the was there a saxophone player or something in it?
There's a dumpy. This guy looks like George Costanza is in a band
He does.
playing the sax with all of his heart.
And there's so
And
many close-ups on them. I'm like,
yes,
were we supposed to know who these? Is this the E Street Band? Who is this?
when the third song starts, I was like, well, this has to be the song I know. There has to be a song I know. None of them. I
No.
had no idea.
Mm-mm.
But they're so prominent. And the two of them are dancing, and they have these gauzy fade in and out on them just still
Mm-hmm.
dancing. They're talking. This music is so loud. I can't hear a word they're saying. I don't think I'm supposed to hear the dialogue, but they are
Mm-mm.
delivering lines of dialogue, and we have to listen to this music.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. And
so bad.
then they just start eating face. They start making out
Yeah.
with
Oh,
each
yeah, yeah.
other on the dance
Definitely.
floor.
Yes.
Things get hot and heavy.
Hmm.
But now once again, we thought we'd be done with him, but the ex shows up again. The
God.
and he's back. And again, he starts a fight with and again, this could have been like a silly sloppy fight. And it
It
just is
definitely
like
could have. Yes.
it's not. It's
No.
just awkward and
Hmm. And
quick kind of like
it's
again with the band we could have had the band get into the fight somehow in
yes.
some kind of
This
fun
should have been
way.
a bar fight, and it almost feels like they want to do that because other patrons are joining into the fight, but we don't see any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
Mm-mm.
interesting happens. John
Mm-mm.
Larroquette, he he's so bloodthirsty. He starts choking and punching just random people that are near
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
But a huge fight breaks out, but the two of them just leave
Yeah, they
and
get
get
out.
back in the car, and
Mm-hmm.
she's laughing and acting like a baby.
Mm. I don't understand. I
And
don't
she just
understand.
keeps saying, party, party. I want to go party. I want to go to a party. And he's like, really? All this happened and you want to go to a party? I'm like, this is the same thing you said when you left your boss's dinner.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah, and then
repeating
you
lines of
still went. Yeah,
dialogue.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. You're just saying the same shit over and over again.
Oh, and I wrote down also, she's no longer Southern and doesn't know how to buckle a seatbelt. She has
Oh,
so
that's
much trouble. And I guess that I'm supposed to be laughing my tits off watching this, and I'm not.
not. You're
She's
just
just
annoyed with her. You're
struggling.
like, God
Yes,
damn it,
right. Yes.
get it together.
Like,
Have
what
a
is
glass
wrong
of
with
water.
you? Act like a human.
Exactly.
If she got together with that monkey at the end of the movie, I'd be like, this pairing makes
Yeah,
sense.
this is what works.
You
This
two should
works.
get married.
And that would have made a funny ending. Yeah.
That would have been
Mm-hmm.
that would have been
Mm-hmm.
great.
He is
And
so
then
mad
John
though at this
Larroquette and
point.
Bruce Willis stand there go, oh well, and then
Right.
wink at the camera.
Exactly.
Great.
Wah, wah. This he's angry again now at her.
Hmm.
He was a little bit back in love at the discotheque dancing, but now he's mad again. And she says, "That's all right. Take me to my friend's house. We can end this night now." And they drive to, I guess, a shady neighborhood
So
because he's like,
I'm sorry,
hmm
Jamie, I have a question
hmm
for you.
hmm
Shouldn't he be taking her to his brother's house?
yeah, you
Why
would
is he
think.
taking her to some random person's house?
She says the name of a friend like Chloe. Let's take me to Chloe's house and we'll go there. And he's like, "Are you sure this is where she lives?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." She did say when he first arrives
Yeah.
to pick her up way back in the beginning at the
Hmm.
hotel. She says, "Will you help me with my suitcase?" So we know that I guess that was our tip off that he's not bringing her back to the hotel at the end of the night. She's got somewhere else
Okay,
she's gonna go.
yes. Yeah, but I thought she was there to see Phil Hartman's wife.
I
Like,
think she's got a couple of
because
friends in the
if
neighborhood.
Bruce Willis is such an idiot, because if you had a brain in your head, you'd be like, no, I am taking you to whatever her name is, Francine's house.
Right,
That's where
right.
we're going. You could put
Yeah.
an end to this so she doesn't take you to some fake house to play a big joke on you.
Well, I don't know that this was a joke. They go to the house. She
She
is
thinks, wait, you think this is the house that her friend lived in? She got the address right?
this is the address she says she knows. She
Okay.
says yes. He says, "Are you sure?" They knock on the door and the house literally is like a mobile home and just gets
Hmm.
wheeled away from them. Now, the whole time they were up at the house arguing, "Is this the house?" his car is getting literally stripped by
Yes.
some local car burglars, I guess. Literally, the doors, the seats,
Mm-hmm.
everything is being taken out of his car.
Right.
And now, when he turns around after the house has been wheeled away,
Hmm.
his car's been stripped. So he
Yes.
goes back to the car as if to be like, "What the hell?" And he says, "I don't think anything could get worse." And
Oh
then
my
there's a gun
God.
to his head. And a girl gang is there to,
It's just three ladies in
uh-huh,
mohawks.
a girl gang is there with guns
Yep.
to mug him, I guess. I don't know. His car's already
I
been,
guess.
her suitcase, so the car was wiped clean, but her suitcase was still in the back.
Yep. Hmm.
Cops come. Now, there's
So lazily.
sirens.
They pull up so slowly.
And this girl gang freaks out and they run and they throw the gun in his car.
Yes. I
And
do
when
like how the
they,
one punk girl's like, throw the gun. And I'm like, well, that's a horrible idea. What are you
yeah,
doing?
just don't, but she throws it right into Bruce Willis's car. The
Hmm.
cops show up and he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. These girls were here. They were in this car." And they don't care. They think for some reason he's the issue.
They think he's drunk. The cop car was
Oh,
about
yeah, that's
3
right.
feet
There's
from
this.
these
Yes.
punks that were holding him at gunpoint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they give him a field sobriety test.
While he's doing his field sobriety test, they're
You didn't
touching
like
his
this?
nose.
Did you like this, Jamie? Were you laughing? Were you just losing
No,
your mind at what was happening
no,
in the background here?
no,
No?
because she's
Oh.
terrible. I'm
Yeah, she's
sorry.
really having a hard time. She's having a
She's
hard
in the
time making
background.
me
He's
laugh.
doing a great job of following the sobriety test,
Sure.
touching his
Hmm.
nose, stepping on the line and whatever. She's doing the same thing behind him. The cop
Hmm.
doesn't see it, and she's failing miserably to both entertain me and to pass the sobriety test.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Hmm.
they get off. It's all good. It's not
Yeah.
like they lock him up or anything. They let him drive this car that has no no doors, probably no mirrors. I'm amazed it has tires, but the cops are like, "All right, go ahead. You're fine now."
Hmm.
And now I guess she's starting to I guess she's hungover now, Jamie. And she's
Oh
really
yeah.
sad. She's apologizing for getting
Yeah, she feels
fired. This is
bad. Hmm.
terrible. I can't believe it. And then out of nowhere, oh my God, John Larroquette rams them.
Oh, that's right.
And this
Another.
is actually scary. Like, this is kind of a terrifying car chase. And I
Mm,
don't need a car chase in my hilarious slapstick romantic comedy. But of course, there's a car chase until he crashes into a flower factory.
yeah.
And now suddenly, it's as if these main characters grabbed the wrong script because now he's acting like a maniac. And he's
Well,
like,
now,
we gotta go to this party. Let's go to this party. You've ruined my night. Let's go to this party. And I'm not buying this shift at all. It's like a switch flipped in his brain, and he is a broken man. And
well,
now she is sober and embarrassed.
they go to a party that's her friends now.
Right, yes.
Apparently, she's got very wealthy friends. So she might have remembered the one friend who lived in the ghetto,
Mm-hmm.
but they go to this other party where it's a bunch of wealthy friends, a fancy party, and he shows up shooting grapes into ladies' cleavage
Oh,
and
he's
acting
hamming.
just
Like I said,
silly.
he's just at one point just throwing food into the air,
Mm,
and I'm supposed to be laughing hysterically at this, I
like,
guess. He
yeah.
is taking glasses of champagne and opening his mouth and from a distance throwing the liquid at his own face. And I was like, I guess movie, whatever. We go out to a pool. I can't wait for everyone to fall in a pool. No, just a waiter. Just
Oh,
a
yeah. Just
single
the way.
waiter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And it's not like a bunch of people are walking up to her being like, Kim Basinger, oh, I can't believe you made it. And I can't wait to see you. And who's this maniac you brought? No. She's
Mm,
embarrassed, but it's not like
yeah.
anybody's really talking to her or asking
Mm-mm.
her what's going on. It's as if two insane people crashed a party for a
Mm-hmm.
few minutes, one far more insane than the other, and then just leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they don't leave because he goes upstairs to go
She
to.
puts him to bed. She tells, and she says, "This is what you want, isn't it? To just pass out."
Yes, I was like, what? When did he say that?
And it's a bed covered in fur. Oh, because I guess it's where they keep the
It's the
coats. It's
coat. Yeah,
coat
it's the
room.
coat
Yeah.
room.
So she goes to leave him, but that doesn't last long because guess who comes back to
Oh
this
my God,
party?
what is going on? How is John Larroquette finding them,
Everywhere.
first of
He's
all?
everywhere. He's got a tracker on her.
She needs to check her purse for some sort of like 1980s giant John Larroquette tracker.
And then I guess this is supposed to be funny where they fight and fall down and
It's
break
not
fences.
funny.
It's not.
It's
And
just,
she goes to leave and get her suitcase from the car so she could grab a cab and go to her friend's house, like you said, the brother, her,
yeah.
and they're fighting and breaking fences, and it's yeah, it's not funny. It's not.
It's
But
unfunny, like crazy destruction of property. They crash through a wall, like
yeah.
French doors. They break the entire wall down, fall off a balcony, fall through a fence. They're still
Well,
fighting.
wait till they break the house, John Larroquette's dad's house. That's a whole other
Oh my
property
God.
damage. But
Yes.
wait, we're not there yet. So Bruce Willis sees the gun that the ladies left, the girl gang left in his car, and he shoots at John Larroquette. Why, I don't know.
I couldn't believe that he pulled the trigger because he
Yeah.
turned around with the gun and he's like, John Larroquette, you're horrible. And he makes him
hmm
dance. And I guess, I don't know, should I be laughing at John Larroquette doing a little bebop
Oh, yeah.
thing?
John Larroquette does
I
a.
guess I'm supposed to. But then Bruce Willis starts like shooting at
Right.
him. And I'm
Yes.
like, this is taking a very dark turn in this
And
hilarious movie.
now this is the turn. So the cops come and now he's arrested. And now it's big trouble. And now I don't want to just zoom through the rest of it, but it gets so silly. I don't want to say stupid, but
Don't
I'll
say
say it.
silly. It's not silly.
It's
It's
stupid.
stupid. Yes.
So he gets arrested, and now she feels bad because
Can,
he's
can
been
we
arrested.
Yeah, but can we not gloss over this real quick? Because this is when, like I said, I was not enjoying myself with this movie, but this is when I really was like, I'm done. I'm totally
Done.
checked
Yeah.
out. Because, like I
Yeah.
said, all right, a weird female gang, and then a house got towed away, and I don't know, your car got stripped. Like, all right, what other hijinks are you going to get into? He is then taken to jail, fingerprinted. And it's like the writers of this movie all sat at a table and went, do you have anything funny about this jail time? No, me neither. All right, next day. Because it's like, it cuts to him walking out, having been bailed out in broad daylight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the next day now? This is
Yeah.
what we're doing?
That's
No
where we're at.
hilarious, no like rape jokes in jail. You could do that. It's the 80s. Like, I
No.
don't, oh
No
my
need. We've
God,
got
I
to move
couldn't
on
believe
because
it.
we have a wedding to get to. So
Oh,
so his brother bails him out of jail. Well, his brother picks him up, but
mm-hmm.
isn't the one that bailed him out. Picks him up in
Exactly.
his new car and kind of berates him a little bit, like,
Yeah, for like a minute and a
yeah,
half.
yeah. And then he pukes in his brother's new car,
Hmm.
and
Again, I'm
then
supposed to
he,
be laughing. I'm
yeah,
not.
but it's not.
Because it sounds gross, Jamie. You get like
Yeah,
splatty barf noises. I'm
yeah.
like, I don't need this.
Well, now I want to know what time he got, but he must have got busted out of jail early in the morning because he goes. Now he's at his brother's house, and his brother says, "Oh, I didn't bail you out. She bailed you out. I just picked you up. Oh, where is she? Oh, she's sleeping in the guest room of our house." And then he says,
Say
"Well, I'm
the
going to talk
line.
to her." It's 7:30 in the morning.
What
Even his wife was like, "What is
I,
he doing? It's 7:30 in the morning."
every character in the scene has a line. It's 7:30, and I was like, what? A movie that is given no import to time at all. I had no idea why I picked her up so early before the dinner.
Oh.
Suddenly, everyone's like, "It's 7:30," as though it's 4 a.m. What does it matter?
Well, that means what time did he get picked up from
Like,
jail? At
it's
6 a.m.?
broad daylight.
Yes,
The
it's
sun
bright
is
as like it's
the
like the
sun is as high as
mid-afternoon.
it could be.
Yep, it's mid-afternoon skies to me, but
You're gonna get her up at
whatever.
7:30.
You're gonna wake her up. Then she's fast asleep and hungover in the bed, which
Yeah.
on the
Yep.
silk sheets, and
And he's hungover too.
he's hungover too. And they just fight while the bed slowly breaks, and she slides, and the sheets eventually are all off the bed. And this is horrible too, horrible. She's just, I don't want to this. Well,
Hmm.
I just don't want to. And he's mad because he doesn't want to. owe
Yeah.
anything to her after all this. He doesn't want her to pay and then she screams on the top of her lungs when he's like, "Tell me how much I
Hmm.
owe you because I don't want to be in debt to you." And she says, $10,000.
Yep.
Who cares?
And
Shut up.
the whole
Shut
time,
up.
Jamie, our hungover leads are screaming at each other. The most melodramatic settlement music is playing, and I was like, "This is so out of place."
Yeah. I don't know. So,
And then who knows how much time passes because from this scene we are in John Larroquette's law office and Kim
yeah.
Basinger is as put together as she could possibly be.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. She's sober Sally now.
I
And
hate I hate everything they're about to say. I hate everything about this deal. None of it makes sense. If these are the questions you have in this movie, I'm sorry, Jamie, I can't answer them. I had the same questions.
yeah, I don't
This
understand.
deal makes no sense. You have signed your life away?
She feels bad that he's going to be
Hmm.
probably do some jail time,
Right.
and she wants her lawyer boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, to defend this guy, and he refuses
Yes.
to unless she marries him.
Well, oh my God.
Does she bring it up? I
She
don't remember.
says, no, she doesn't bring that up. She brings up something that, in my mind, is, I don't want to say more insane, but she goes, if you defend him, I will live with you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's her idea. And he
Mhm.
goes, how about this? We get married. And she's like, oh, no, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
And
she
then,
goes, "Do we have to
yeah,
have the sex?"
yeah, she pretends to storm out, comes back, and is like, do we have to have sex? And he's like, mm-hmm. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
all
Mm-hmm.
right, but I don't have to like it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hold on, movie, can you just pause for a second? Because I have to process what just happened right now. She's agreed to marry her abuser. I'm going to say it, he's an abuser.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that a man that she just met last night
But did in
doesn't do
fair,
jail time.
and fair, in the one night she's with him, she sort of ruined his life. I mean, but now
Yes,
here's
but
what,
there's,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say there's other things you can do, but you had $10,000 to bail him out of jail. I think that you could probably pay him back for any, and I don't even think, it's not like he hurt anyone. He discharged a weapon in
Right.
public. He'd probably have to do community service. I assume this is a first offense for him. I don't want to get into the details of this,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
think it's like, I need to save this man's life because he's going to go to the electric chair.
Well, no, right? I think one of the problems is he wants to defend himself in court,
Well,
and that's
sure,
not a good
that's
idea. Even
never a good
the
idea.
right, even
People
the
that are
judge
listening,
is
yeah.
like,
Hmm.
the judge, that's the next scene is the
Yeah.
court scene,
Even
your
Knight Rider's
favorite scene.
car is like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And the judge won't let him defend himself, and suddenly John Larroquette comes in and says, "No need. I am here." And it turns
Mhm.
out the judge is John Larroquette's dad.
Okay. So
So there's that
can I
connection
tell you
now.
what I thought was happening here? I thought the judge was Kim Basinger's dad. The way
Oh,
he's talking to him.
yeah.
And when he's like, Dad, I thought it was because they were getting
I'm gonna get
married.
married.
And
Oh
I was
no.
like, wait a minute. He knows that his daughter sold herself to this
No.
man. And he's like, no, he's his own son, which that makes it not as bad or not as stupid, kind of. But
It's
he
still
hates
stupid.
him. They
Hmm.
hate
They
each
don't
other.
like each other.
And yeah, it's revealed that the judge is John Larroquette's father,
Hmm.
and he's willing to let Bruce Willis off the hook so long as John Larroquette promises to not practice law in his jurisdiction and possibly move out of the country. That's how much he hates his own son.
Hmm. Hmm.
But also, I can't wait to throw you a wedding on our property.
Yeah. 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 Well, because now we have like part 3 of the movie, or part, I don't know what. We have a whole different movie, the wedding,
This
and
really
the
feels like a different movie. I was
yes.
just watching a different movie. It was a
Hmm.
courtroom drama, and now
Hmm.
I'm watching whatever nonsense this is.
Hmm. Hmm.
because he agrees. The judge is like, I've never done anything underhanded in my entire time as a judge, but case dismissed. You're free, Bruce Willis. And then
And
John
now
Larroquette's like, hey, guess what happened? Guess why you did this? Kim Basinger agreed to marry me. See ya.
And now you can end it here because here's what happens. There's this nice little moment when Bruce Willis gets a note from Nadia saying she's
Oh,
gone back
yeah.
to Baton Rouge.
Hmm.
And
We hear it in voiceover, too. We have
yeah,
to.
yes.
And it's not a
And
Southern accent or
and
French.
no, it's none at all. And then Bruce Willis starts playing the
Mm,
guitar again, and you're like, "Oh, look, this is what's going to happen." Is you think she ruined his life in one night, but really, it's the best thing that ever happened to him was
right.
that he
Yeah.
is going to reinvent himself as the person he wants to be.
And then we see him
Wrap it up with a
cut,
bow.
yeah, cut to something where it's like a year later, he's
Mm-hmm.
playing at a bar and he
Maybe
looks
she's
out and she's
there.
sitting
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Great, wonderful. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to think about John Larroquette or his entire family ever again.
But that's what we get invited to next.
Because here's a here's a question I have for you, Jamie. I don't know how much money he was making at his job of portfolio, but he has to pawn his guitar so he can buy a bottle of rum and chocolates? Is that what we're meant to believe is happening in this scene?
Yes, I guess. And he
Oh my
he injects
god.
the chocolates with the alcohol.
Yeah,
um, to send to her house or
right.
his house on
To
the day of
send
their wedding.
to John Larroquette's father's palatial estate
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on the day of their wedding. And he also decides to sneak onto the property
Yeah,
so he can be there for the big
this is a
drunken
whole
reveal.
silly scene back
It
and
goes
forth.
on forever. I
We
couldn't even
have
believe
we
it.
have a dinner that they have together. The new couple has a
Hmm.
dinner with the parents, and the house, like you said, is extravagant with big pool and a
Yeah,
Rambo, the
Rambo the
Doberman
dog.
pinscher. Hmm. And
And
there's
do
a
we?
whole
Did you
what
find out? Did you hear what happened to Rambo?
in real life?
You
What do you
didn't?
mean?
No, no, no. In the movie, you didn't. Okay, I don't. Okay, I'll tell you when
What?
we get there. It's another just insane thing and something where I was like, I don't like this. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh
Sorry.
no. I didn't remember what happened to Rambo.
There's a moment and again like when everything is happening and it's all freaked out and everything like that. As a jokey, I'm assuming hilarious line, the judge yells, and shoot that dog. And then a
Oh.
little while later, while Kim is giving her big speech, you hear the faintest of gunshots, and then you never hear the dog
Oh.
barking again.
Oh.
I know, I couldn't even
Oh.
believe it.
Well, because the dog's a thing. So
Yeah, no,
they have
yeah,
dinner,
talk
and
about Rambo the dog or whatever. Yeah. Hmm.
there's a whole like whatever. There's a whole dinner, and then the whole time Bruce Willis is there on the property. He has snuck in somehow, and he keeps sort of doing this sly, like where no one could see him, and he's running around in their backyard. At one point, he does
Hmm.
jump in the pool to avoid the dog, and he goes into one of the rooms, or like
Yep.
there's sliding glass doors, and he sneaks into that room, and the dog's just barking at the door, and they can't figure out what the dog is barking at, and it's annoying everyone. They're trying to sleep. He sneaks into the her parents' room at one point, and he's under the bed, and then sneaks the blanket away from them, and
He hides behind a giant teddy bear at one point and
oh
walks
well, this
around
is
with it.
that did make me smile too. So
Okay.
John Larroquette sleeps with a teddy bear,
Yes,
and his
he
whole room has
talks
got
to it.
giant teddy bears. And then he goes back and forth between the balcony and falls off the balcony, and John Larroquette falls off the balcony, and they keep going back and forth. We're like, oh, was it Bruce Willis? No, it's John Larroquette. Oh, even at one point, he knocks on the door to the room that Kim Basinger is staying
Hmm.
in. Bruce Willis does, and he says her name. He says Nadia, and she opens the door and she thinks it's him, but oh, surprise, surprise, it's actually John Larroquette.
And
Like
he's
this is
all
all so
muddy.
goofy.
Yeah,
Yes.
imagine, listeners, you just listened to what Jamie said. Imagine watching all of that for
Yeah.
probably 15 minutes.
For yeah.
Every time somebody walked out of a door, I was like, oh my God, this is not over yet. I
Yeah.
can't.
They're
And
still playing this little game here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
the craziest thing about any of this is it comes to nothing
Nothing.
because he doesn't
No.
interact with her. He doesn't
No.
talk to her. He eventually leaves the house to go back to the pool house where he was just there. That's where he came from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I guess he spends the night there. And the very next day, I guess they were able to get invitations in the mail, whatever. Like,
It happened quick.
everybody shows up for this wedding between a man who abuses his wife and a woman who clearly does not want to be married to this man. Everyone's on board for this. But she gets a package in the morning, and it's a
Right.
giant box of chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
And she loves chocolate, the thing I just realized
Yeah,
today.
the candy lover in her can't
Yeah.
resist. And she's eating the chocolates. Her mother is the one, again, not with a southern accent.
No, not with the, not with this.
She eats the chocolates and she says, "There's brandy in this."
I
And then
didn't
she
even-
says, "Yeah."
I didn't even realize her mother didn't have a southern accent. But Kim Basinger does for a scene in this
Yep.
movie.
Mm-hmm. The mother notices there's brandy in the chocolate when she takes a bite, and then she says, "Did you really eat this whole box of chocolates?" And then
Yeah,
she gets walked down the aisle by
her answer is pretty funny. Her answer is, "Didn't I?" And then she just walks out to go get married. Yeah, this
his
is another
father
thing
walks
that's
her down the
confusing.
aisle.
She's
We're-
being walked down the aisle by her future father-in-law. This
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
God.
Yeah. And now she's drunk at the altar,
Mm-hmm.
and she makes a whole confession about how it's not him that she loves, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then Bruce
Yeah,
Willis is
do you,
I
yeah,
don't
she's
remember any
like,
of it.
do you think, because she turns to the attendees and is like, do you think it's fair for a woman to marry a man that she doesn't love? And John Larroquette's like, whoa, hold on, everybody. You haven't heard the whole story. What if the man loves her a lot?
Right.
Okay,
right.
great. And then his dad gets up and goes, I have an idea. Let's have everybody vote on whether they
Oh,
should get
yeah,
married
yeah,
or not.
yeah.
And I was like, what is going on in this movie?
Yeah.
Where's Bruce Willis? Are we going to end this at any point?
Oh, he's there.
Yeah. Not like disguised as a guest, which would have been kind of funny. No, he just walks out of the pool house where he was taking an extended nap, I guess. He woke up in the middle of the ceremony. He almost missed the woman's wedding. His whole plan almost happened while I guess he was taking a nappy.
I mean, you need rest after being chased by the
Yeah.
dogger all night. How does he? Does he just jump in the pool after her?
They
and
see
she
each
jumps
other.
in the pool?
They're across the pool. They both jump in the pool, meet in the middle, come up.
Kiss underwater.
Yep, super smooches.
Mm.
And then I don't know how far in the future this is because we just see that the back of his car says "just married,"
Oh,
and
yeah.
the camera pans over to him playing guitar for her on the
Yeah.
beach,
Yep.
and they have ice cold Coca-Cola on ice, Jamie.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
not
because they're
drinking
not
anymore.
drinking. She gets too wild. And that's the stupid movie.
It was so stupid.
Oh
It was.
man.
This was really this movie. This is something that you do, Jamie, and I've done it before, but normally it's a time issue with me. You've
yeah.
watched movies before where you've been like, "All right, I can't take it anymore. I'll just finish it tomorrow." I watched this movie for a half hour, and I was like, "I gotta step away." The next day, I sat down. I watched another half hour, and I was like,
You did it
"I
in
gotta go."
chunks.
3 days it took me to watch this, a half hour a day.
Oh no.
I had such trouble with this movie.
It was rough. It was rough.
There's like I'm a big fan of horror movies, and I'm a man on the verge of 50. Like, it's really tough for a movie to actually scare me, but there's
Sure.
more about horror movies that I like. There's a lot of other things in there that I can hold on to, and I can be like, oh, that made it really good. There's
Right.
2 types of movies that I hate, like, because I've seen these, is a boring action movie because that goes against the whole concept of the movie, and unfunny comedy. Like I can't. There's no jokes in here.
No. And again, there's not enough of, and I maybe Bruce Willis is supposed to be that for us. There's not enough of
Mm-hmm.
a charming character to
Mm-hmm.
make it go like, oh, but
Yeah.
it's him. We're watching it for him.
Mm-hmm.
And she, again, perhaps casting could have saved it
Mm-hmm.
better. I think actress, but you're right. Like, what
Yeah.
did they really give him to do? The jokes were lame.
No.
The characters were like
Mm-hmm.
annoying.
Yeah.
Like you weren't into any of them.
Yep. Can I
Um,
tell you a couple of fun facts about this movie?
please.
Number one, they wanted Madonna to play the part of Kim
Okay.
Basinger.
Okay.
She wanted Sean Penn to
Oh,
play the part of Bruce Willis.
I
They had
see.
already cast Bruce Willis, and she's like, no deal, dudes. And that was it.
Wow.
And also, and this fun fact makes total sense, there are 7 credited screenwriters. This thing was written and rewritten and
Oh
rewritten and
yeah,
passed
because it was a
around.
disaster. It was a
Yes,
disaster.
exactly.
But
Yeah,
it had hopes, like you said, going into this movie blind date, you see what the premise could be. You're like, all right, one wild night.
yeah.
I'll tell you what I recommend that was funnier. Ooh, what year
Do
was
it.
it done? Maybe 2000, probably 19.
I don't know. I didn't
Um,
write down the year of mine either. Go
do you
ahead.
know, I'm gonna butcher both these names,
Oh, I
but
can't wait.
Kumal Nanjahi, am I saying his name right? He's that Pakistani comedian.
Yeah,
Kumal
Johnny. Don't
Nanjani.
ask me. Don't ask me. But I know who. I know who
He
you're
was in
talking
this
about.
really fun movie. He's been in a couple of fun movies. This fun movie with Issa Rae. She's another one. She's a
Okay.
comedian, funny lady. It was directed by Michael Showalter. I could say Walter. Well,
You
Showalter.
almost said
I
that.
almost did say that. Um, it's called Lovebirds, and they play this couple that they've been dating for a little while, and they want to break up, but it's like the night they're going out, and they're
Mm-hmm.
like fighting all the time about all these little things, and they get involved in
Oh.
a hit and run and a murder. And then the rest
Okay.
of the night is them kind of like what you wanted from this, like getting
Yes.
in, meeting all these weird characters and getting into all
Mm-hmm.
these different issues and trying to break up, but then not knowing if they should. It's a goofy, fun movie.
I have seen
Um,
the. I just looked it up. Like I've seen the cover. I've seen the
yeah,
poster.
yeah.
I'm sure I've like scrolled past it on Netflix or something. But maybe
And
I'll check it out.
maybe Kumal should be like the new like Pakistani Bruce Willis. Like maybe they should put him in his own Die Hard, and we'll see where he's all buff now. If I follow him on
Yeah, I think he.
Instagram,
Yeah, I think he did it for some superhero movie that like
yeah.
nobody went to see.
Oh well.
So that may not have worked. But
Anyway, he's
I
fun,
we
and
need a
she is
new
fun.
Bruce Willis, I guess.
Yeah. Well, ooh.
I mean, he's not doing. No, that's not the reason. That's
Like
not
a
why I
modern
said
day
it.
Bruce Willis is
Oh
what
yeah.
we.
Also, how sad were you that Chuck Norris is dead?
Oh yeah.
I was in a
I thought
peek
he was
behind the
already dead. It was one
peek
of those that
behind,
I was like, oh,
peek behind the curtain. I'm in a car dealership. I'm talking to the guy about buying a car and everything like
oh
that.
yeah, because you're getting rid of the van.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suddenly, my brother-in-law, who listens to our podcast all the time, I've said it multiple episodes in a row now,
yeah.
texts me and says, "Oh, what a shame your favorite actor died." And I'm talking to this guy and I'm in a panic. I'm like, "Is Charlie Sheen finally dead?" I was like, "Oh my god." So when the guy was like talking to Carla for a second, I just looked it up real quick and I was like, "Oh,
It's
okay.
Chuck Norris.
That's pretty
Yeah,
funny. All right."
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a Chuck Norris recommendation?
I'll never have a Chuck Norris
Okay.
recommendation. No, my recommendation sometimes I go for these really out of left field movies that nobody's ever heard of.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
sometimes
no,
you do
okay.
that. Okay.
I marveled at the fact that these two sitting in a car delivering dialogue that was not funny was so unfunny. And I was like, I don't think you could do that and do it well. And then I realized Tommy Boy did such a great job of that
Oh,
because you have two amazing comedians
yeah.
delivering hilarious lines of
Hilarious lines.
dialogue in
Yeah,
a hilarious way. And it
yeah.
was just one of those things where I was like, could you make this movie so long as you cast talented comedians to play these parts? I don't
Mm.
know. Like, I really do feel like the writing and the whole conceit of this movie, in that if I have champagne, I act like a lunatic, is off the wall already. Like,
Yeah.
if she had been roofied or something, I'd be like,
Right.
all right, maybe this makes sense for this movie. But just like, I had some champagne, and therefore
And now
I'm
I act
I'm
like
not
an
acting like
idiot.
I'm not
Yeah.
acting like a human being anymore,
Yeah.
which is just so strange. Oh, yeah.
Oh, blind
That was
date.
that was tough. Yeah,
We're
that
over
was.
you
Yep,
already.
I'm totally
Yeah.
over you. And this
Yeah.
was one of those movies that when I was a kid, I remember seeing ads for it and being like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch that
This could
someday.
be fun. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
gonna be the
Yeah.
greatest thing."
Barrett's a Bruce Willis fan. He was a big
Hmm.
moonlighting guy, and he was like, "Oh, I think I loved this movie." He had work, when I was watching the movie, he had stuff to do, but he's like, "I'm gonna check it out." He was like, "I don't know what I ever saw in this movie. Like, I don't.
It's
I
good.
don't."
It's good to recognize,
Yeah,
but it
I was
also
glad
is,
because I was like,
yeah.
"That
But
was
it's also
cute."
scary sometimes. Like, there's so many movies where I'm like, I don't think I want to watch these now. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
because
want to
I don't
revisit
think
that
it's
because
the
it might be
same. Yeah,
terrible.
I'm
Right.
not the same. And then I'm judging myself now. Like, what was I
Right. Yes.
thinking then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, he was probably like 12 years old. It's okay.
Right, right.
Um. So, other than like, oh, a movie came out on this date, we're gonna do it. Jamie, did you know that April is Scottish Heritage Month?
Oh, I didn't, Lassie.
You
I
know,
did
the
not.
things we learn on this
How
podcast.
can I perfect I can't do Scottish. Maybe I can. That's
I think
Irish.
it kind of.
I got
Okay.
it. I'll get it.
You know
I'll
what you
get it.
should do? You should watch our next movie starring
Okay.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Excellent.
And it is a sci-fi thriller
Gosh.
called Outland from 1981.
Outland.
Chase this movie with Braveheart, and I think you'll come back with
Oh,
a perfect accent.
I'll chase it with a
If-
fastest.
yeah,
That's
if
Australian.
Mel Gibson can change an Australian accent into a Scottish accent, I think you could do English to Scottish.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Boy. So,
Right.
so everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for telling others about the show, which I'm sure you're all doing.
Yeah, tell him.
Follow us on all the social media stuff. Listen to us wherever you get podcasts. And if you don't watch the show,
Oh, we're visual
watch it on
too.
YouTube because
mean-
they are different. The content is different because you know what YouTube doesn't allow us to do? It doesn't allow us to play music from the movies.
Oh,
And I do
the
that on the
restrictions.
yes, and I do that on
Yeah.
the audio only. Also, the random banter that we have at the beginning of this about me going to baseball games and being an amazing ice skater. That is also on the audio only.
Oh,
But on the YouTube, I don't really cut out any mistakes, like when we're mispronouncing words and stuff like that.
It's
so if
raw.
you want all those things, you should watch us on video.
there you have it,
I do
folks.
cut out the pee breaks though. That
We didn't today. I'm
we
proud.
didn't. No,
No.
we didn't. But if you're looking to see us wander away from our microphones for 2 minutes on YouTube, you're like, I got to check this out. Sorry, I do cut those.
Oh, sorry.
All right, everybody. We will talk to you again in 2 weeks. Until then, have a great 2 weeks.
Goodbye.